Before the pain, before the fall, there was a garden, Eden, a place untouched by death or time. Here God walked with man, face to face, voice to voice, creator and creation, in perfect harmony, and the heavens wondered aloud, "What is man, that you are mindful of him? The Son of Man, that you visit him?" Yet he did. The Almighty stepped into dust and called it beloved. But in the shadows, a whisper stirred, a lie took root. Temptation didn't come with chains, but with a choice. One fruit, one bite, one moment of disobedience, and in that moment, the world broke. Their eyes were opened to shame, to fear, to exile, and then heaven responded. Man has become like us, knowing good and evil. He must not take from the tree of life. So judgment came down, not with a flood, not with fire, but with one angel, the cherub, a creature forged by the fire of God's throne, feet of lightning, wings stretching across the sky. In his hand, a sword, not of iron, not of steel, but of flame, roaring, turning, blazing in every direction. He descended from the glory of heaven to guard what man had lost, to seal Eden with fire. Adam looked back. Eve wept softly, the trees, the rivers, the light fading behind the veil. But there was no going back, not anymore. The angel stood, unmoving, majestic, a wall of fire before paradise. This was not the end of man's story. It was the beginning of redemption. For the tree of life would one day be offered again, not in Eden, but on a hill, not guarded by a flaming sword, but opened by one made of wood, stained not with fruit, but with blood. Sin closed the gate, but grace would one day open it again, and the sword would finally be lowered. But behind the flames was something deeper than wrath. There, in Eden's east, stood not just judgment, but mercy clothed in fire. For this was not just about Eden. This was war, a war older than time, where one, once called Morning Star, sought to destroy man, not with blades, but by turning God's holiness against his own. Lucifer understood something terrifying, that the holiness of God cannot dwell with sin. So he whispered a plan, not just to tempt man, but to make God drive him out. And it worked. For the law demanded justice, the presence demanded purity, and the only way God could spare the ones he loved was to send them away. In that moment, the flaming sword wasn't a weapon, it was a shield. It was God saying, "Adam, run from me now, because my glory will consume what sin has touched." The sword that could have slain now stood guard, not to keep man out forever, but to hold open the hope until the way could be made again. So when the deceiver whispers again, "You've gone too far, you can't return," remember Eden, remember the sword, and know this, that same God who drove man out planned the way back in. Never forget, it was grace that held the gate, and it will be grace that opens it again. Keep your eyes on the Lord. When the shadows rise, he will make a way. By the way, if this story moved you, inspired you, or made you feel something deeper, don't forget to show some love, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful Bible truths.